Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here. Welcome back to another Cardano video, and in this one we'll try and cover fairly quickly some of the latest updates, the midnight airdrop, the extension, Cardano Foundation, new direction or new areas they are looking into, which is good. Catalyst funding round is open, that is fund 14, ETFs, Cornucopius, few other bits in there. I'll put timestamps down below. If you get value, please do share it out, give the video a like, comment questions, or even for the algorithm in the comment section below. I do appreciate it. Let's jump into it. Okay, first up we look at this update from the Midnight Foundation. This was a few days ago. Just saying that let's click in here. Since launch, they've seen incredible momentum. 2.7 billion night claimed, 125,000 wallets across 8 ecosystems. And they have said now that to help resolve some of the wallet issues, hardware compatibility issues, they are given an extra 16 days. Now, Trezor has come out and put out an update that you now can claim from the Trezor suite. So anybody who has tried to do that, do let me know how that went. I have an older Trezor, so I can only use that for Bitcoin. I can't use it for ADA. I do need to update it at some point. I have a ledger that I use for ADA, and that claim process seems to be okay now. Using any of the different wallets within Cardano, it seems to be okay. Anyone still having issues, do let me know in the comment section below here. So there's an extra 16 days. They have also added, actually there's an article here, they have added the new date is October 20th, so lots of time. And if we look here, OKX Wallet is now an option. So if you use that for some of the different ecosystems, you should be able to claim now. Enhanced wallet, hardware wallet compatibility, including Ledger. So there has been fixes there, as well as Trezor is now supported. Improved claim flows designed to enhance the claim experience. So again, any outstanding issues, do let me know in the comment section, and I will be doing a dedicated video probably this week. I would say I'll get that one out. So any questions in general around Midnight or anything of that nature, do let me know and I'll try and incorporate all of that. So actually there was another one just to mention that Yoroi have now added in support for Trezor into the Yoroi extension. Next up we look at the Cardano Foundation. So unveiling the next phase of our roadmap for Cardano adoption, and some of these are really good. 8 figures of ADA for stablecoin liquidity. Stablecoin liquidity is something that is lacking on Cardano. I know people will argue different things, but we do need more liquidity. We do need to be able to trade more Cardano native token pairs against the stablecoin rather than trading against ADA, because when you're trading against ADA, you're trading 2 potentially volatile pairs. So you do need to, especially when markets are volatile, be able to trade in and out against stablecoins, and it does help improve the overall volumes on the chain, as well as attract more people in when they know they can safely convert to stablecoins at any point. Right now, if you try and put in some, not even massive amounts of ADA into stablecoins, you do start to hit some fairly decent slippage on your order fairly quickly. So this type of thing is really welcome. DeFi liquidity initiative support, so they would all be tied in together. 220 million ADA delegation to new DReps. So this is the ADA that the Cardano Foundation hold. They're going to be delegating even more of that to a wide variety of DReps within the Cardano ecosystem. So this helps support DReps that mightn't have the backing of other people, but ones that are able to bring in different viewpoints to when votes go on chain. $10 million plus to real world asset launch, 2 million ADA to the venture hub. This is to help, I suppose, foster innovation and bring more projects to the forefront, help them with their early development and getting started. The foundation does a lot of this behind the scenes, even up to this point. They really do help with connections, I suppose, for a lot of different people trying to build on the Cardano blockchain, expanded promotion and adoption. So there is a full thread on this. I'm thinking I can read through this, I'll look at the highlights, but probably an even better one would be if I can try and sit down with someone that would be from the Cardano Foundation that will be able to dive a bit deeper into all of this type of stuff. Or maybe if people want, I can do a deeper video myself on it. But this video today is more an overview of what's going on in the ecosystem. There is a blog post along with this one too. You can see here they highlight before 20 23, this is kind of where they were looking at, was really in around operational resilience, education. The Cardano Academy, actually there was, I don't have it pulled up here, but there is now a Cardano course within the Binance Academy, which is from the Cardano Foundation. They have helped make that happen, and they were looking at adoption. Up until now, 23 to 25, they had expanded to adoption and growth, looking at Reeve. I have sat down with someone from the Reeve team, actually that's in around accounting and bringing accounting to blockchain. So I will get that interview out maybe this week. Then looking into governance, but from now on, as well as still doing what they were, they're looking a lot more into adoption and growth. Cardano Summit, actually you see this here, it's in Berlin, the 12th of November to the 13th. Anyone that is going, let me know. I'm still not fully sure if I'll make it out, but I'm waiting to see if I can make that happen. But if you are going, let me know. And then looking in around technology and market. So again, I'm going to skip on from this now, but maybe we'll do a dedicated video or try and talk to someone from the foundation if there is interest there. Catalyst Fund 14, voting is now open. I put out this thread here and asked people to start putting in, actually you can't see them there. If I click in here, I'll put a link to this one below as well. So people have started to put in all their different proposals. You can come in and take a look through it. Hopefully this helps with narrowing down some of the proposals. I think this will be some of the more active people on X that you can take a look at. And maybe before the end of the week, I will get to dive deeper into individual ones as well and try and maybe put together a list. I do personally have an individual one in for here for a Cardano DeFi education hub. And if I scroll through here, you will see some of it. I've already made a start on the website for it, breaking down Cardano DeFi into courses. So that was the lending and borrowing section. So the idea of this is I will be recording video series on all the different DeFi applications on Cardano, starting from the most popular ones or the ones with the highest TVL in terms of DEXs, lending and borrowing, prediction markets, perpetual swaps. I want to have one place where anybody interested in getting involved in Cardano DeFi can go and get the education. So you can see there the proposals, what they are. You'll be able to connect up your wallet just to keep track of the courses that you've completed, the progress, take quizzes, things like that. So if you think that would be useful, then I really do appreciate any support on that. It is under DeFi Made Simple. If you search for that in the Catalyst voting app, you'll see that. Also, as a part of the ADA Markets team, we do have 2 proposals in. So this is with a wider team. The education platform and videos is just myself. And then this is part of a team. There is the Cardano notification protocol. So if you search on CNP, if you want to provide support or provide your vote for us there, that is all in around creating one standard for notifications on the Cardano blockchain so that anybody can hook in and pull notifications on individual dApps or individual events or things like that and hook them up to whatever their delivery system is, whether that is an app, whether it's a plugin for your browser, Telegram, Discord, any of that kind of stuff. So it's trying to build a standard that everybody can work towards. Something similar then in around the DeFi Hub, which is an open standard for interacting with different DeFi protocols. So for that one, if you search for DeFi Hub, you should see them. And this one, CNP, is what you'll be able to find it under. Indigo actually have some very interesting ones there again, all in around the DeFi space. So I do think there's a few good ones there that you should consider too. Next up, Hosky posted this. This was out in Korea. I think this one was announced. It's all in around Tokyo 2049. There's events happening across Asia right now. This one was Midnight Foundation announces USDM contribution to Catalyst X for Fund 15, and this is all focused on privacy focused dApps. So Midnight are going to be putting up $250,000 in stablecoins for dApps to apply for privacy focused apps. I presume that would interact with Cardano and interact with Midnight. Things like this are great to see. Midnight or Minswap are doing their usual voting process, slightly different this time in that they didn't create a shortlist for you to pick the ones that you want to vote for. So if you are a Min token holder, then make sure you check that out. You can see, I'll put the link to it here. Vote is ongoing, actually closes up in 2 days time. So you can see at the minute, there is one that is way out in front, leverage trading with market limit orders. And the top, is it 25, or did I get that wrong? Top 20 proposals are going to be upvoted by the Minswap LP. So the ADA that they have. Any proposals that do make the top 20 in this have a huge chance of getting funded on basically on that. They have a huge chance of getting funded through Catalyst. So yeah, they actually show 25, which is 5, the 5 closest, and then the top 20. Right now, I don't see mine in there, but any Min token holders that feel the education series or the other 2 DeFi focused proposals will be good. I do appreciate any votes on that. You can just search here the same as you can in the Catalyst app. Josh put out a really good video here talking about how things are going to change in Japan, and this could have a big impact for Cardano and ADA. So this was about Japan is moving to cut their capital gains taxes for Bitcoin and crypto from 55% to 20%. So a huge majority of the initial voucher sale for ADA happened out in Japan, and there is still a huge amount of ADA held in Japan. Part of the reasons that people speculate around this is some may be lost, some may be that people don't want to pay 55% capital gains on whatever they would sell because they all bought well under a cent. So even looking at, look, the market isn't exactly where we would like it to be, but that's a huge gain percentage wise for people who held from the initial sale. So right now, if they can hold on and wait for 20%, and when you look at this first, it seems as maybe a negative because it could bring a lot of sell pressure, but there's also the other side is that there's a lot of ADA sitting on the sidelines, not getting involved in DeFi on Cardano or helping to really expand what's happening on chain. So if this allowed people to sell off and get involved in some of the other DeFi opportunities that are out there, this could be really good for Cardano in the bigger picture. Small picture, you think, oh, it's going to be sell pressure. But if you look at it in the bigger scale, then I think this could be something that is really good long term. I will leave a link to Josh's video down below, and I'm sure most people here are already subscribed to him over on YouTube. Cornucopius have their land claim event. Actually, I think I have it open. So you can see here they have their land claim event ongoing at the minute. So when you come into the Cornucopius website and you're logged in, if you hold one of the land NFTs, there is still, I don't know if it's a few hours or days left for the claim. So it's going through plot by plot, being auctioned off based on the number of claims that are in there. So if you look here, so let's say this claim here, so this is just a random one. I don't even know if there's many on it, but pending claims, you can see how many people have claimed. So you can see here that there is one mythic and a lot of legendary, a lot of rares, uncommons, people in common or uncommon, rare even, not much chance of getting this particular property, but anybody can go in and claim. And then what happens is they look at if there's a mythic has claimed, and if there's only one, then this person will be the one to get this property. But this person here could already have used that NFT to claim on multiple properties. And if they win one before this, then obviously they can't win a second one under the same NFT. So then it goes on and it'll check through all of these to see if any of these still haven't got a property somewhere else, and it can work its way down through. But when you look at how many, I must have just picked a really popular property there. Let's have a look. Anyone who actually has a claim on it, do let me know just in case. I had picked a random one in here, but you can come in, and if you look at this section here, I'm on Solace 1 at the minute. There we go. The filters option is your best way to go through this. So you can see what's still available. You can see pending claims. You can have your own favorites. Most people who have been kind of following along fairly closely will already have their claims in. But if you haven't on the Epic and Copious, I think a lot of the smaller ones are already done and finished off. I know some people won't have claimed, so I'm not sure what happens there. Do they randomly get assigned NFTs? Again, if someone knows that, let me know. I must hook up with Rob and Josh. It's been a while since we talked on the channel, and we'll catch up and see how the land claim went and what's next. Then I was just doing a look on some of the most popular news on X right now for Cardano, and you had Grayscale. So this here was Sebastian posted, Grayscale managed to describe Cardano in a single sentence, a research-driven blockchain focused on network security, sustainability, and scalability. Scalability is the one that sometimes people talk about. Is it really scalable? I did have the chance to sit down last week with someone from the input-output research team, talking all about Leios and what that's going to bring for Cardano. That has been recently handed off from the research team to the development team, and that work is now starting with 24/7 development on Leios to bring it out next year. So it will come out in different versions and it will scale over time too. And they will have what he says they have, it is going to make a huge difference to Cardano and the throughput that Cardano has. It won't improve the finality, but it will make a massive difference to the actual throughput of Cardano. And realistically, we shouldn't be seeing congestion or much congestion at any time when you look at some of the numbers in the thousands of TPS per second. But stay tuned for that interview to drop this week. Then Yoda put out this one about 2 ETFs approved, or 2 ETF approvals are planned for October. This is the one we've mentioned a few times, the Grayscale proposal to convert its Cardano Trust into a spot ETF. The final deadline or final decision has to be made in October, so it's definitely worth paying attention to that. You can be sure when it comes out that I will get some content out on that fairly quickly. October 22nd is the other one, Total Capital's Cardano ETF application. I'm not sure if I don't think that's a final decision, but the Grayscale one is, so definitely worth keeping an eye out for them. And just in terms of ETFs, we did have the Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund covering Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Sol, and ADA was approved. So that's done by market cap. You can see at the time the holdings for ADA was only down at 1%, but having it as a part of an approved ETF is a massive deal. That's about it, I think, for everything. Actually, I had questions. Have I got mine yet? I haven't got mine yet, but I did see one person done an unboxing video, so they are being sent out right now. As soon as I get mine, I will be doing probably a few videos, maybe an unboxing, setting up, having it running, and you can expect to see it sitting behind me here on the desk going forward. That's about it. Thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it. Hopefully you got some interesting information here. Midnight, you have a few more days. If you have questions, do let me know in the comment section below here. I have been asked about if I'll be setting up midnight validator nodes because Cardano SPOs, their delegators, can earn rewards too. Yes, I will be setting them up. Probably not this week, but next week. That is the main task I will have, is getting involved in getting my midnight nodes set up on testnet over there. In case there was mentions of rewards for 8 of delegators that delegate to an SPO that runs them too. So we'll see how that all goes, but you can be sure I will have nodes up there. Catalyst voting ongoing right now. I appreciate any support on that. I'll leave all the links I mentioned in the video down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you soon.